FYB Premium is a little south of 25 bucks a month, and you may be wondering, well, should I spend $25 on an internet tennis lesson? Can I justify that? And my question to you is, if I could guarantee you that you would be a better tennis player for $25 a month, would you pay that $25? And if the answer is yes, you should try out FYB Premium, and again, you can try it at no risk for 60 days. Well, you may also be thinking, 25 bucks, that's halfway to an hour lesson with my local pro. At least in the DC area, 50 bucks an hour is about what you would spend to get an hour lesson. And, a pro can feed you a tennis ball and he can give you instant feedback. Well, we're not here to replace your local pro, and we actually think we work well in conjunction with on-court tennis lessons, but I do want to make one point. Out of that hour lesson, you're probably picking up tennis balls, getting a water break for about, 10, 20 minutes. So you actually get about 40 minutes of instruction, and out of that 40 minutes, you probably are only going to remember about 10 minutes. Think back to a tennis lesson you took over a month ago. How much of that stuff do you remember? Well, if you only remember about 10 minutes out of that $50, you're now spending $5 a minute for that tennis lesson. Well, at FYB Premium, we have hours of content for that 25 bucks, and if you forget something, you can always come back to it. You can log in at any hour of the day and figure out what you had forgotten, check up on that video. You can download it to your iPod, take it with you to the tennis court, so it is always going to be there for you, and you will never forget anything that we teach you. So let me expand upon this last point a little bit more. Let's say hypothetically that your pro sits down for hours like we do with FYB Premium and just talks to you about the game. Well, now with that pro, you're spending 50 bucks an hour, so it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars to learn those same concepts when it just costs 25 bucks with FYB Premium. And that's why we think we are such a good complement to on-court instruction. You go take a tennis lesson with your local pro, he feeds you balls, he offers you instant feedback, but he is not going to sit down with you and talk to you about the game for hours on end for just $25. I've brought back my trusty Rubik's Cube, and you're probably thinking, my game is kind of like this thing. I don't really know what the next move is. What do I do to solve this thing? What do I do to play better tennis? Well, I have no doubt if you keep twisting this thing, you're going to get pretty close to the solution after some amount of time. Maybe you'll even solve it. Or what you could do is click the join button below, become a member of FYB Premium, and in 5 minutes, you could have access to our system for solving this thing, for solving the puzzle of your game and getting you playing better winning tennis.